jump off for this video?
I saw a video on Twitter where it was a pride parade in the street and there was kids there. It was a family friendly pride parade, and in the street comes this white pickup truck, and in the back is this guy tied up, and his ass is out, assless chaps, and he's getting whipped.
Yeah. And there's kids in the vicinity
watching it,
seeing it.
It's education, Chris.
Education. All right. Well, let's
They don't even do that in Black History Month.
Could you imagine? What would they do? Drive down the street and toss out Hennessy packets?
Jeez. They could just do the whipping.
Yo, he always got to go further, bro.
I was just backing up Wonder. I got it, Wonder. I'm there with you.
God damn, he just threw you under the bus, too.
Is that what you meant?
I meant what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I stand on that. I know what I said might have hurt some people. But, well, this woman, I think, explains why it's important to have kids and kink at pride parades.
Kids and kink.
Yeah. Or why it's important to not remove the kink. Let me just let it explain. Fucking Doug Heffernan.
I want to clarify this for a second here. I'm not saying that kink isn't kid friendly. I'm saying that kids and kink can coexist at Pride in a totally fine way. There's a nuance here.
So then isn't that saying that that kink is kid friendly? It's like kind of they're double talking.
They can coexist. What the
There's a
fuck does
nuance.
coexist mean?
There's nuance. That word, nuance.
Pride in a totally fine way. There's a nuance here. That making an event kid friendly doesn't mean sanitizing it, aka taking something like kink out of Pride. Making Pride kid friendly is not the same thing as sanitizing Pride. Making a Pride event kid friendly, or I prefer kid safe, is about making sure we're including and putting kid and youth voices and including them in Pride, and particularly...
How can you not get through one sentence without doing an edit? Do you see that? Like in the middle of a sentence, there's an edit. But there's a lot to unpack. I feel like we might have to go through it little by little.
You have TKO over there pulled up.
I kind of want to hear it again just to clean my palate.
I need a palate cleanser because that was a lot.
So
she keeps
making
doing
something
this every time she says kids. What a pedophile.
It's right. It's also the mentality though of saying making something kid friendly doesn't mean removing the kink. I think that's one of the main requirements to making something kid friendly. There's no sex, no drugs, no cursing. Like those are like the main 3 rules with kid stuff, right?
Yeah, that's like saying, we're just gonna leave the outlet open. We're not gonna put a little thing there.
We're not gonna baby proof the room.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The kid will learn. That's a great analogy, actually.
It's retarded, really. I mean, it's either you want kids to be exposed to this sexual shit in the streets or you don't. There's no in between. You know what I mean? You can't be halfway. Oh, there's no nuance in this.
Well, you can't.
Kids should be separated 100% from anything sexual. Straight, gay, otherwise. You
can't start your whole rant by saying I don't think kink is kid friendly, but I don't think making something kid friendly means removing the kink. It's like, so then you think it's kid friendly. You just don't want to admit that one thing, which we already know.
It's a new KKK.
Oh my God, you're right.
Kids, Karens, and
Hucks.
Yes.
Start with a K. We'll make it. Hey, Clan didn't start with a K, did it?
No,
they made it fit.
Yeah. It worked. It worked for them.
Walk around being the KKC. Sounds lame.
Making a Pride event kid friendly, or I prefer kid safe, is about making sure we're including and putting kid and youth voices.
I'd love to ask the question, why do you prefer to say kid safe? Like, why does that make you feel better?
What is kid safe? That's what we got to start doing.
What's the difference between kid friendly and kid safe?
We just got to start asking them the question. What is kid safe?
Explain it, please.
Because my version of kid safe and her version of kid safe are totally different things.
I think it's what you said. There is no kid safe to them.
No.
There's no standards of safeness.
And including them in pride and particularly any justice spaces. Kids and youth voices are vital to justice movements because they are a vulnerable and marginalized group on their own, which includes their intersecting identities and oppressions. So I'm not saying that kink isn't appropriate for kids. I'm saying they can and should coexist with each other.
I swear to God, if I hear another one of these pudge balls say intersection or intersectionality,
sectional, yeah.
I swear to fucking God, I'll blow my head out. Bro. Like, this shit is stupid.
By the way, did you hear her accidentally admit the truth? Kids are so important to our activist movements because they're so vulnerable.
Wait, play that again?
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that. Holy shit.
Particularly any justice spaces. Kids and youth voices are vital to justice movements because they are a vulnerable and marginalized group on their own, which includes their intersecting identities and oppressions. So I'm not saying that kink isn't appropriate.
That they didn't know about until you brainwashed them with it. What fucking pieces of garbage that we live with.
You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining, bro. When we were growing up, none of this shit existed. This is a new concept. But they're trying to erase history and say that this has been happening since the dawn of time. That transvestites existed.
And they point literally at just like somebody who dressed differently back in the 1400s.
Well, bigger than that, every society they can point back to has been destroyed.
Exactly.
And
You're right.
It started with that. Like, that's how it started. It was all downhill from there.
And it started with the deadliest sin of all, pride.
Wow.
Well,
that was a good button on that.
You know, that's why I always say, bitches say the dumbest things.
That face is great for it. Look at it.
Doug Heffernan. Now I can't unsee it. Paul Blart.
That is a horrendous face. Ugh. She looks like somebody. I'm trying to think. What's the guy from Seinfeld? Fuck, I can't think of his name. Somebody knows it.
The short one?
No. He was like their neighbor or somebody that hated him. Hated all of them. I can't remember the guy's name though. Fuck me. He was in Jurassic Park. He gets the thing sprayed in his face.
I remember that guy. I can't remember his name though. I remember that guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Ugh. What a beast. Newman. Thank you guys. Everybody dropped it on me. I kept thinking Nelson. I'm like, I know that's not it. Newman, thank you guys. I'm an idiot.
All right, what do we got next?